So the first thing that I do when I wake up is say a little prayer of gratitude. Waking up every morning is not guaranteed. We don't know how long we have here, so every day is a gift. Okay, so the first app that I check every morning, Instagram. No, I shouldn't start my day with social media, but I think just looking for inspiration, whether it's the people that I follow who share inspirational thoughts on their Instagram or yummy food to make for the day for my family. Passion, integrity, and loyalty. For me, I feel like integrity is the most important thing that we have. It's how we carry ourselves. They're all kind of very important, right? But integrity is your word. It's your follow through. It's your dependability, it's your commitment to all of the things that you're passionate about, or the people or the companies or the partners that you may have that you need to be loyal to. God has blessed me so many times over with Jelly and her extra chromosome. And it's very clear that all throughout my life, He was preparing me for her birth. So even the first advocacy that I participated in or volunteered for, this is when it was still volunteerism and, eventually became an advocacy, was always with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I was quite young. I was in high school and I had this awesome coach / advisor / second father who really took an interest in how my character developed. And one of the things that we talked about when I was in this club that he was the advisor of the choices that he gave me, I really decided that volunteering in ARC, which at that time in New York it's like group homes for individuals with Down syndrome, autism, global developmental delay. I was about 15. When I saw that this was one of the options, I realized that this is where I wanted to put my time into. I think it's important to be dependable, and I think commitment, passion, integrity, or loyalty, I think any one of those words, I would be happy if someone used those words to describe me. First person I spoke to today, besides God, of course, with my prayers, is one of my besties in Maine. She's actually a sister in Christ. We kind of encourage each other a lot, talk about our careers as well, and motherhood, different things that we have in common. I know that I'm making a difference with my children, so that would be with my first child. I know that as a mother, we have a huge responsibility, not just towards our families and caring for our children's everyday needs and our husbands, but we have a responsibility in the types of human beings that we're raising. If I was going to say, when's the first time I knew I was making a difference with the work that I'm doing with Jelly and Best Buddies and my advocacy, furthering inclusion for individuals with IDD, it would be the first time a mom ever wrote me a message through the blog or on Instagram or on Facebook. If they can hear my voice through what I write or see the joy in having a child with Down syndrome through what I share, then my job is done. When I was younger, in high school, doing these volunteer activities, there were always bullies. And while I explain to my kids now very easily that, hurt people, and explaining why people bully other people. But at that time, I think I knew that if I wasn't gonna stand up for what I saw, what was going on, that I knew was wrong, then, no one would, or who would? So I did. I stood up at that time. Okay, so my first job was when I got my first car. I was 16. I was driving back and forth to the Woodbury Commons. It was in a retail store, so it was a ladies' clothing store. My first salary was really living at home and being a high school student. I didn't need to earn much. I actually just wanted gas money to have like a little something for myself. I got paid less than $5 an hour. If you ask me now, it's crucial because I have 4 kids, right? If you were to ask me then, years ago, I might say, not so crucial, it's scary. But now I know that it's important to invest. My first big purchase as a single woman was a car. It's a misconception. We all need to, save and be strategic with how we invest and where we put our earnings. You don't have to be making millions to be smart with your money. Hug my family that I haven't been able to see for so long, whether that means that if it'll be safe to take a trip or to just see my titas and, you know, some of our other loved ones who are nearby, even friends. I would love to see them. Of course, I would still love to travel and see all the more beautiful places here in the Philippines. That's also something that we haven't really fully explored as a family for Team Jellybean. But if I was to be able to travel overseas, I'd go see my mom and dad and maybe even my sisters in New York and California. My brother in Florida. You know, there are some things that we all are really good at, and then there are some things that we can seek the advice or the help from professionals. And so in this case, if you're ready to jump in, you know, the first step would be, of course, taking the first step. You could do a little bit of homework, but then you could also ask for experts for help. And it doesn't have to be much, right? I think the most important piece of advice is to just get started.